Today I'm going to outline Nell Noddings' theory of care and offer some critique from a published paper before referring to my own experience as an educator in modern Ireland and how her philosophy applies to my own philosophy of education. Nell Noddings describes her philosophy essentially as ethical caring, and this is a state of being in relation characterized by receptivity, relatedness, and engrossment. In this regard, relatedness is about the two parties involved, which is the caregiver and the one being cared for, or the teacher and the student. Um, Receptivity is to do with the fact that we, as the carer, should be open and able to reflect upon the person and their experience. So we should be able to adapt and understand them without showing judgment. And engrossment essentially outlines how we gain an understanding for this of this person and what they've been through without expecting anything in return. So it's not a give and take relationship. It is more one of listening and providing support. And Noddings outlines her care instruction through four modes um, and how we can provide ethical caring in the classroom. She starts with modeling, which is essentially show, don't tell. So, show how you can provide care without telling them, offering different advantages and offering different differentiation essentially for students to show that you care, not just saying, well, I do care. Dialogue refers back to the whole engrossment aspect, which is focusing the dialogue on the student or the person being cared for, um, and ensuring that they are the central focus of this relationship. Practice is regards to how we change and evolve our responses, our actions with this person, um, and also to help them grow as a carer as well, essentially offering them opportunities to reflect upon their own care and to offer care to others, which in turn helps them grow as a person. And confirmation is just affirming the best in others. So it's ensuring that we are encouraging one another, and as the carer, we are encouraging our students to be the best selves. Sarah Lucia Hoagland essentially critiqued this, saying she speaks about how um, this one-sided relationship is not the best way to ensure that Nodding's goal is reached, which is to create a child that is loving and caring and essentially a valuable member of society. Um, this is due to the fact that it's modeled on mothering. Um, and personally, I don't believe this is quite a feminist stance, considering Noddings is considered quite a feminist because it's placing the idea of care onto the shoulders of women. And when that's not always the case, many women aren't suited to this type of care, and many men prove that feminine care instinct is not the only source of ethical care. There's also the possibility of enablement, so the constant offer of care rather than critique um, can enable a student to not grow as a person. But of course, these are just some ideas. I myself apply um, Nodding's theory to my own education theory of education, as it is quite important to me to focus on the student. I personally believe that a student who is comfortable and happy to be in a class will be in the correct mindset to learn. So essentially, knowing that you are safe in a space means that you are open to the possibility of growing and expanding. This can't happen if you feel unsafe, if you feel unwelcome, if you feel uncared for, which is the primary focus of Nodding's philosophy. I know in my own experience, I had a student suffering from anxiety symptoms and offering her care without providing a relationship, which is essentially what Nodding's outlines, aided in helping her. She became more outspoken. I got her in contact with the guidance counselor, but I offered her the space and care she needed. I offered her breaks from class, um, anything that would help her. I just think that care is the foundational block of education. Once the modes of care that Noddings outlines is applied to a classroom, I think that's when educating and intellectual development can occur. So I really relate to Noddings' uh, theory of care.